Welcome back students to the second part. Now, as in the previous clip we studied about tributaries, yes? I gave you an example that if I am a main river that I am flowing and you are also coming together with me, that means you are tributaries. Okay? Now, Indus, as there are 5 tributaries that flows in Indus, and whereas Ganga also the 4 or 5 tributaries that flows. Now, let us see the evidence, again the evidence about it. So, about 4700 years ago, some of the earliest city flourished on bank of river Indus. Now, students, river Indus also talks about that there were cities that were flourished. Flourish means were been progress, develop. Okay, and later about 2500 years ago, cities developed on the banks of Ganga. They can ask you the question like, on the bank of river Indus, which place means what type of the cities were been earliest they were being settled off, and later about 2500 years, in which part of the place, the river, the cities were being developed. Now, area south of the Ganga was known as Magad. Okay. Now, have you seen the serial of Chandragupta Maurya? Yes? Okay. And do you know the ruler Dhananand? Yeah, if you have seen, Dhananand was very strict. Yes? And he was the person who had a power that he would defeat anyone. But here, sometimes like a king is there, someone will be defeating the particular person. Yes. Now, here who defeated Dhananand? That was Chandragupta Maurya, and Chanakya and Chandragupta Maurya had a power to defeat Dhananand. Yes, he was the first ruler of Magad, that is Dhananand, and so its ruler were very powerful, means the particular city over here, the rulers were very powerful and set up a large kingdom. They had a large kingdom in this particular place, and that area is of south. Okay. Let us move to the next topic, that is movement of the people. Now, as we say that cities were being developed to particular rivers. Okay. Then how did they move? How were the movements of the people? So, the movement of the people, since past, people traveled from one part of the subcontinent to another part. Now, you will say, what is the subcontinents? Okay. Now, as we say, Himalayas have been surrounded a part of India. Yes, we can see a subcontinent, and even history is also shaping a part of geography. Yes, so we can see that the traveler that from one part of the subcontinent to the another part, they used to move. Yes, now also you move from one place to another. Even earlier peoples used to move from one place to another. Now, we will see why did they move. Okay, let us talk about it. In search of livelihood, to stay, to live for the longer time. So, we say in search of livelihood. Okay. Next point is to escape from natural disasters like floods or droughts. So, we can say that the natural disasters like floods or droughts. Have you seen the picture of Mohenjo-daro? Yeah, if you know, before they were staying to river Indus. Yes, and when there was a flood, and where did Hrithik Roshan shifted with their peoples? Do you know that? If you have not seen Mohenjo-daro picture, you need to see it, because it is saying that first they used to stay river Indus. Okay, that is in Pakistan, but they then shifted. Where they shifted? To river Ganga, and he is giving some dialogue. Yeah, that river Ganga is pure. Yes, and then Hrithik Roshan sees unicorn. Yes, so it is about that. If there is natural disaster or a flood, then people need to settle in the other places. Okay, drought means what, students? Drought means the land that do not have a rainfall. Okay, there is no rainfall, that means it is about drought. Movement of armies conquering other lands. Now we'll see if you have seen that Chandragupta one serial, how did Chandragupta used to settle from Patliputra, then he used to come to Magad to conquer to a particular place? Yes, they had a territory, the land that they need to conquer. If someone, like say how you have that, you have a particular place and you stay. Those time people, what had happened, if they defeated, then the Nada kings used to come and stay in that particular place. So the Nada person who was defeated has to stay somewhere. Yes, so he needs to go somewhere. He needs to find some shelter for him. Then merchants traveling for trade. Again, Mohenjo-daro part we can tell that when Hrithik Roshan goes to that particular place, yes, to the river and the side, he is telling to his uncle that I want to go and trade over there. Yes, but why he is trading, you know? See, in that particular picture, why I am telling to you need to relate history in that. Okay, when you see that particular picture, you will know about the history. He goes and trade over there, means he is doing a business. Okay, he is going to the market and he is having a small toys. Yes, so let us say that merchants traveling for a trade. They used to go for the trade. Religious teachers walked from village to village, propagating religious message. Even religious teachers used to preach to give some wisdom, knowledge. Yes, now you have teachers also, you have priests to give a good messages. Those time there were religious people, saints and priests who used to give the message to the people. Okay, now why this people used to move around here and there? If you have a vacation, where do you go? Do you go outside? Yes, to stay your uncle's house or somewhere you go, or you go for the adventures. So those time also people were wandering from one place to another for the adventure, to explore themselves. You also go somewhere and you learn something, new skills, new talents you learn. Yes, you do scuba diving, but those times scuba diving was not there. You learn from something. Yes, but this people movement for adventures, either they used to go or discoveries to learn something. And expedition to new places. Expedition to new places means something to know about new places. Now suppose you are staying in Bhavnagar and you want to go to Rajasthan. You will learn something about Rajasthan. You will learn the culture, traditions, some new places. You will learn the food habits of there. Okay, so yes, something you need to relate about history over here. Then the hills and mountains, let's say Himalayas, deserts, rivers and sea made journey dangerous. Now you can go to aeroplane, you can fly onto an aeroplane and you can see Himalayas. Those time there were no aeroplanes. Yes, they went for the bullock carts. So people what over there, they didn't say it bye-bye, they saw it, the Himalayas and they say bye. Okay, it was very dangerous to them because they used to walk from one place to another. So it was a bit dangerous for them and difficult at times. Okay, but never impossible. It was never impossible. They tried their hard, they surround one place to another, find something new, discovered and went to the new places. Okay, now there is a question for you. These people, if they are traveling from one place to another, right now you also travel from one place to another. Yes, why do you travel from one place to another? You go for to bring something, to learn something, you go for the adventures. Now also you go, yes, for something learning new. Okay, so all these movements led to the sharing of ideas between people. Now as I said, that they learned something new, expedition of new places, or they did adventures, or they did new discoveries. But I said, and I gave you an example, if you are staying in Bhavnagar, but you want to go to Rajasthan to learn something new, that means you are sharing something and ideas. You will first learn their culture, their traditions, their rituals, their food habits, and their clothes. Yes, but you sometimes share the ideas. Even with your friends also you share ideas, yes? Yeah, so this is what about when you share the ideas between them, you learn something new, and that is what how the people travel, and you also travel nowadays, you learn something new, okay? And then why did they share the ideas between the people? That means because this movement enriched our culture and tradition, as I gave you the example. Then the next is people have shared new days of carving stone. Now carving stone means they didn't had a book. That time, as we said, history, the books were not being recorded, okay, and written records were not being there. So what did they did? They carved on the stone and they composed music. You learn something new, music, yes? Now if there would be American music and Indian music means somewhat it would be different, yes? So it is said that composing of music, you learn even new music, and even cooking food over several hundred of years. We can say the South people used to eat idli, sambar and all. You also have, yes? You have shared ideas. You learn something new. Yes, so this is what about nowadays people travel. Yes. Now let's talk about name of land. How did our land got a name? How did our land got a name? Only like that way? No, it's not like that. There is a reason behind it. Do you know that? See, firstly, two words often used for country are, that is India and Bharat. Come on students, now let's again revise it. Which are the two words that is often used for country are? India and Bharat. Now this both, we'll see each. Okay, that what is India? How did our country got named India? And how can we also say Bharat? So now let's see about it. India comes from the word Indus, as Indus river flow from Kashmir to Pakistan. Yes, and you have seen Mohenjo-daro picture. But students, Indus river, that is Indus Valley civilization. Our India has been derived from the river named Indus. Yes, and so students, you are going to again learn about Indus Valley civilization. The first city that was being flourished was Indus Valley civilization, means that particular place, the Harappa city. Then what this Indus comes from? From where does it comes? Indus we also can say as Sindhu, but in Sanskrit. Now how this are being familiar, that is Iranians and Greeks were familiar with the Indus. Now see, we all have different accent, yes? So even Iranians and Greeks had a different accent. They didn't how to spell Indus. So what did they spell? Was Hindus or Indos. But land to the east of the river was called India. So we are familiar with particular word, that is India. Coming to Bharat. Now how did this word come from? The name, that is Bharat, is mentioned in the Rig Veda. Now what is Rig Veda, student? Rig Veda is a Vedas. It is a sacred text of Hindu. Okay, so this word, that is Bharat, is being composed in that particular book. So it is familiar from this particular text, from the sacred text, and it was also used for a group of people who lived in the northwest. So students, in this particular clip, we studied about the movement of the people and we studied about the name of the land. Okay, I hope the concept is clear.